Where do you come to get all your news? Washington Forward.
It's my pleasure to bring Evette Banfield, Chief Economic Officer of the Coalition for Nonprofit and Economic Development, which I know has changed its name, but we gave the long title, and Evette will explain why there's a short title. Welcome to the show, Evette.
Thank you. Welcome.
So,
Delighted to be here.
oh, my pleasure. Tell us first a little bit about you and then wrap that into what the coalition is.
Sure. So, again, Evette Banfield, I'm the Chief Economic Development Officer at the Coalition for Nonprofit Housing and Economic Development, also known as the Coalition. And I have been in DC working here in the District of Columbia and working for the Coalition for the last 10 years. Really lifting up and building, helping to build and strengthen the local small business ecosystem and focus on workforce development here in the District of Columbia.
You know, the thing that I don't know if people realize and why your programs are so valuable, Chase, as well, is that if we build up, but we tend to hire our people, right? And then that provides opportunities for them to live life, right? To do the things that people that have income can do. And that's why I think it's important to support a program like what you're going to share with us. But also, I think that's the objective of this conversation. Now, talk about the Elevate program. What is that, and what are the key objectives?
Sure. So Elevate stands for the Executive Leadership Education Venture Advancing Talented Entrepreneurs. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I can imagine you all sitting around a table trying to figure out, what are we going to call this? Let's call it Elevate. What did the letters stand for?
That's right. And so, when you hear Elevate, you already imagine what that means, to lift up, and so what our goal and objective for this program, it is a 3-month executive education program, and its aim is to focus on minority businesses, minority-owned businesses in the District of Columbia. And we've expanded it to include, for this new cohort, cohort 5, the DMV. So businesses that are located in Northern Virginia as well as Maryland, but particularly are doing business also in the district, they are eligible to participate. And we want to make sure that we are helping those businesses make a mindset shift in how they operate their businesses, and so that they can see or experience exponential growth, expansion in their businesses. Our goal is for them to have significant increases in their revenue stream, and also to create meaningful employment opportunities, as you stated earlier, for the residents that they typically hire in the District of Columbia.
When you say executive leadership, define that for us.
So we are particularly looking for businesses that are more seasoned. And so when we talk about executive leadership, it's a difference in terms of looking at how you balance working in and on your business. And it's focused on how the leader or the head of that business, the founder or the CEO, is managing both, but also building up their team. And it's just figuring out how they can understand where they fit within their business, and how they're continuously thinking about how they're designing, planning, and growing their business. And so we try to help them look at it from all angles. And it's not focused on the nuts and bolts of how do you read a profit and loss statement. It's not skill-based. It's really around strategy and execution of that strategy. And also defining the vision really being crystal clear about the vision and the principles of that particular company.
So, Evette, present company not excluded. When it comes to cohorts and training programs and what have you for entrepreneurs, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of times, they want to do programs, but then they're so busy running their businesses that they can't seem to find the time to fit it in. How do you all, help folks to get around that, to make sure that, they're not taking what they think is precious time away from their businesses to get precious information that they probably need to help to build and sustain their businesses? Time is an issue.
Sure. And I think that that's the strategic part, because businesses get sometimes so bogged down on working on their business that, and as opposed to or rather working in their business as opposed to working on their business. But our particular program, our sessions are offered, the cohort that will be participating in this program, they will be meeting on Saturday. We intentionally designed this program so that the businesses, the MBEs, will not be distracted. They hopefully will be completely dialed in because they're not worried about the day to day during the week in terms of operating their business. But even if they were to participate in a program that is during the day, it really is figuring out, how do I structure my time by delegating and demonstrating their leadership, which goes back to this notion of working and balancing between working in and on your business. And how do you do that when you need to get something or participate in something that's going to take you to the next level?
Yeah, so that's great, because you got to convince folks that this is valuable time, and it's, and a Saturday extends a work week, but at least it's not taking away from your day-to-day operations. Um, how can people get involved with the program?
So if they go to our website at the coalitiondc.org and /elevate, which is on the screen, they will find all the information. They'll find the application. They will also find the eligibility criteria and the criteria that we're looking for this particular cohort, which is focused on the green economy and sustainable minded businesses. And then there's additional information, and you can also reach out to me. All that information is on our website. If you want to learn more about the program, they can also visit our YouTube channel at the Coalition DC. It's our YouTube channel, where they can see a video where we recently had an information session, so that they can learn more about the details of that program.
Okay, and are there other opportunities that the coalition provides to small businesses, let's say, or to business executives, if they're not involved with the program? Are there other things that the coalition supports?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of the businesses that have participated in Elevate, if they have not been introduced to the coalition before, they may not know about our DCAP program, which is the DC Community Anchor Partnership. And that particular program helps to connect MBEs to the anchor institutions in the District of Columbia. And so some of the businesses that are already participating in DCAP learn about Elevate, and vice versa. And so it is an opportunity, when you're engaged with us, to learn about employment, or rather opportunities for growth that will help your company. And so we encourage businesses not just to participate in Elevate, but to be engaged with the coalition.
Okay, so because when you say anchor programs, you're talking about what?
We're talking about anchor institutions. So your universities, your hospitals, your utility companies in the District of Columbia.
So do you give resources or information? What happens?
So they will receive, if the program, or excuse me, if the business has been vetted, and they are right for this program, DCAP, they will have the opportunity to go after contracting procurement opportunities. So we've had a number of businesses through their relationship with us that have been able to secure contracting opportunities with Children's Hospital, with Georgetown University, etc. As well as the Airport Authority, Washington Airport Authority. So all of the anchor institutions that are part of DCAP, when they have a contracting opportunity that aligns with the businesses that we have relationships with, they get that information, and they can actually bid for those opportunities.
Wow, it's a win-win situation, it sounds like. And the criteria, once again, what does a business have to, or the business owner, what's the criteria for them to qualify?
Sure. So the eligibility and the criteria are pretty simple. They have to be in the DMV. They need to be a minority-owned business, at least 51% minority-owned business. We're looking for businesses that are in the green economy or have their value proposition is sustainability. And so they have embedded that within how they operate in their company, or they're looking to do that. We are looking for businesses to be in operation for 5 years at a minimum, to have at least 5 full or part-time employees. It also could be a contract employees, a 1099. And then finally, a revenue of at least 300,000. So they have to have at least 2 of those 3 criteria to be
Okay.
eligible for the program.
I was adding them up. I'm glad you said 2 of the 3. I'm sure folks out there will meet that eligibility, at least 2 of them, maybe more. That'll be great. Would be great, and still be able to take advantage of the Elevate program. I think that's fantastic. Anything you want to share before we sign off?
No,
Anything else?
this is an excellent program. It's backed by George Washington University School of Business. And so our partnership and collaboration with the university enables us to bring best in class education, management level education program to the District of Columbia, but specifically to benefit minority owned businesses. So I encourage businesses to apply and visit our website, reach out to us if they have any questions.
Well, I can only say once again, as I said in the previous conversation, it sounds like DEI is not dead totally,
No.
and so I'm glad that this program is available. Hopefully, people will hear this and take advantage of it, or share it with someone that you might know. We're just again going to put up the website one more time so people can take a look. And I want to remind folks again, if you missed out on this program or you want to share it with someone, you can always go back to our YouTube channel and hear all of the great information that our guests, including Evette, has shared with us today. So I want to thank you so very much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
All righty. Have a great day.